Removing the helmet, James went over to the other armor. Just looking at the design, it didn't seem like a good idea to select it. Though it would be light, the armor felt like it barely provided more protection compared to his leather vest before it was damaged. His thought was strengthened by the fact that the armor was fitted over a leather vest. With how it was designed, the armor was separated into several pieces. There was a part that covered where his lungs and heart were located, but only on the front. Several leather straps were connected to metal pieces covering the shoulders. Then, there was something that was strapped over a person's elbows. For the legs, metal plates to cover the shin bones. Touching the leather, James was surprised to feel that the material was heavier than what he was currently wearing. With both hands touching the leather, there was a feeling that some kind of metal existed. Is this chainmail? James wondered due to how the metal had a little bit of movement when touched. Realizing that there were 2 layers to the leather and that chainmail was placed in between, a better impression was left on James's mind. I guess that this armor is significantly better than what I'm wearing. The leather would help to keep the sound of the metal to a minimum. James kept touching the material, surprised by the design. It was clear that the Adventurers Guild had truly considered the type of combat James was used to. The technique to combine leather and metal into a jacket would likely have cost a lot, so the fact that the guild was showing James both types was impressive. The helmet that came with the lighter armor didn't cover the face like the other one did. It had metal that covered the sides of the face and the bridge of the nose. I should try the armor and see how it feels. Then, I'll go to the other armor, James thought to himself. He began removing the torn leather armor, the slashes on the armor a dark reminder of what awaited him if he wasn't careful. Fortunately, this time, the group would have support. I'm sure that chat will enjoy the streams with us eating food and fighting against stronger monsters, though I'm not sure if we're allowed to tell anyone that the guild is financing the mission. I'll need to remind the others to just claim that we got a sponsor related to this request. James planned out the future. The air felt cool against his skin as he removed the last of the clothing on his body. Going over to where he spotted clothing, James quickly looked through the different choices. They were primarily white and black shirts. The pants had a wide selection, there being some that were leather, while others were a thicker cloth material. James grabbed undergarments and put them on. The quality of the fabric felt nicer than what he had inside of his pack. They even splurged on his stuff. James couldn't help but chuckle to himself. He didn't imagine that the guild would even think about undergarments. Grabbing a black shirt, James quickly put it on. Just like the undergarments, the shirt not only felt nice, but had a feeling like it would do a great job at soaking up sweat while keeping himself cool. Well, if they went as far as to give us nice underwear, then it would be weird if the shirt wasn't as good, James said to himself. Since he was planning on wearing armor, James grabbed a pair of leather pants. As he put his legs into it and pulled them up, there was an immediate sensation that the material wasn't restrictive as he imagined it would be. James didn't know what to think, since he had never experienced leather that seemed to stretch as much as the pants he was wearing did. Looking at the pants, James couldn't help but mutter, "What is up with these pants?" Securing the pants, a thought came to James's mind. He wanted to test out the feeling of moving in them.